Hey guys, Ollie here, and with the days getting colder and the nights getting a little longer, I think it's about time I got my long-promised GameCube reviews out, and we take a trip back to the sunny tropics with one of my favorite games for the system, Super Mario Sunshine. And, Mario's been through a lot, between saving the princess, brawling with the rest of Nintendo's lineup, and competing in all manner of various sports and karting events. It was about time the trusty plumber had a break. So, in 2002, Nintendo sought to give everyone's favorite plumber a well-deserved vacation. But just how does Mario's Cube adventure fare? Let's take a look. The story, as is typical in Mario games, is relatively slim. The Porky Plumber and crew are on vacation, leaving Mushroom Kingdom behind and heading to the tropical paradise of Isle Delfino. All seems to be going well until they touch down to discover the island covered in various shades of glowing goop.
It's moving!
Mario is then equipped with Flood, a water propulsion device that, it's glorified hose. A hose that talks.
Preparing to register customer information.
Anyway, you take Flood, and after dispatching with the goop on the airfield, Mario is quickly apprehended by local authorities on suspicions that he caused the mess, when in fact it was an imposter that totally looks exactly like, except clearly isn't. Okay, it's not Mario. Nonetheless, Mario is then released after a brief night in jail and sentenced to clean the island. While the story, as per usual, is nothing special, and you can probably already figure out where it's going, the game does have some particularly awful voice acting, which thankfully has never been brought back, and I'm perfectly okay never hearing Toad talk again. Otherwise, this is par for the course for Nintendo, and all things considered, not that important. Though many people like to discount Mario Sunshine as sort of a black sheep in the franchise, other than the previously mentioned horrendous voice acting, I find it hard to see why. The actual platforming, as one might expect, is excellent and has those same rock-solid controls you're used to. Granted, I wouldn't put the gameplay on the same level as Galaxy's, but Sunshine's levels and objectives are generally very enjoyable, only occasionally marred by a sometimes less than stellar camera. Of course, I can't talk about the platforming in Super Mario Sunshine without mentioning Mario's talking, water-propelled jetpack device, Flood. Though he may at first seem a little pointless, Flood is what makes the game unique from other Mario titles. You use him for everything from spraying enemies and dispatching glowing goop to hovering long distances and rocketing into the sky. More so than anything else, Flood brings a lot more verticality to Mario's otherwise traditional gameplay, adding a layer of depth not previously seen. Flood's abilities aren't quite as fun as the interplanetary gravity gameplay of Mario's Wii titles, but it's an addition that I greatly enjoyed, and isn't without its merits. Otherwise, the game is very much like Mario 64, in that it's built around collecting stars. Shine sprites, to progress and unlock new levels. You get these through a variety of tasks, such as collecting red and blue coins and generally cleaning up the place. Mario's favorite dinosaur Yoshi also makes an appearance, with classic abilities like flinging his tongue, the hover jump, and dying whenever he touches water. Maybe not that last one. Regardless, he's a fun addition, and by and large, Mario Sunshine is what you would expect from Nintendo's star platformer, and overall is a fantastic experience. Obviously, Sunshine has aged a fair bit since its original 2002 release. That said, the general look of the game and Isle Delfino's tropical, vacation-fueled designs are as excellent as ever. Water is the main focus of all the levels, and it's no surprise then that it looks excellent. The way it ripples and goes flying when Mario is sliding is still really cool to look at. I always find myself going back to this game whenever it gets cold out and I need it to feel like summer. Isle Delfino is just such a nice place to visit, and it's what keeps me coming back to the Sunshine after all these years. Moving on to the music, there's no track as memorable as level 1-1, though there's a nice barbershop rendition that plays during hidden challenge levels. There are quite a few tracks that will inevitably get stuck in your head, not the least of which being that of Delfino Plaza, and other great tracks like Bianco Hills and Pina Park filling out the roster nicely. While I certainly wouldn't call it the highlight of Mario's extensive and prestigious career, Sunshine serves as a venerable footnote, and a very enjoyable one at that. So if you're looking for GameCube games, The Plumber's Summer Getaway remains an excellent adventure. Super Mario Sunshine gets a 4.5 out of 5. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and all that jazz. I've got new reviews every week and a couple other shows in the pipeline, so stay tuned, and thank you for supporting Game Room Hero. Cheers.